Get ready to take the kart in Mario Kart to the next level with our picks for the top 10 Mario Kart games. We've compiled the definitive list of Mario Kart games that we believe every fan must experience. From the classic titles that started it all, to the modern marvels that revolutionized the series. But before we start, a quick disclaimer. This is our personal list, so it may not reflect the public opinion. With that said, let's buckle up and let's go! Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is the latest entry in the Mario Kart games, and it brings a completely new and innovative twist to the franchise. The standout feature of this game is the use of augmented reality, which allows players to race through custom-made tracks in their own homes, using real-life objects as obstacles. With the help of a physical cart and Nintendo Switch, players can create their own tracks using objects such as books, cushions, cardboard boxes, and more. The game then brings the track to life on the screen, with the kart racing around the track in real time, complete with power-ups and hazards. Sadly, this Mario Kart game doesn't really follow the typical formula. They left out important features like having a variety of characters to choose from, and tracks designed by the game's developers. But that's no big surprise since it's more of an experimental game, rather than a traditional one. That's why it's on the bottom of our list. Welcome to the classic that started it all, Super Mario Kart. Released in 1992 for the SNES, this game is a true gem of gaming history. What sets Super Mario Kart apart is its innovative gameplay and unique mechanics for its time. The game introduced the concept of drifting, which added a whole new level of strategy. Mastering the art of drifting was essential to navigating the game's challenging tracks, which included slippery ice and bumpy off-road terrain. Another standout feature was the inclusion of power-ups, which became a staple of the Mario Kart series. The addition of these power-ups added a fun and chaotic element to the game, which became a signature of the series. All things considered, Super Mario Kart was a game changer that paved the way for all kart racing games that followed. Its fresh mechanics and innovative gameplay make it a timeless classic that fans still adore to this day. However, as time has gone by, there's not really a strong incentive to revisit the original. Hence the reason it's placed at number 9. One of the standout features of Mario Kart 7 was its ability to customize your kart like never before. With new parts and accessories available for your kart, you can now tailor your ride to your own style and preferences. Whether you want to boost your speed or improve your handling, the options are endless, making each race unique. And with the new standout features to race underwater and even take to the skies with gliders, the game took the Mario Kart formula to new heights. But it doesn't quite reach the iconic status of its older brother, Mario Kart DS. While it does have customizable parts, it's not enough to make it stand out from the crowd, especially when compared to the other titles that's ranked higher on our list. In fact, it's pretty bland in comparison, unfortunately. Mario Kart Super Circuit was the first game in the series that you could play on the go with the Game Boy Advance. This made it super easy to enjoy some Mario Kart action anytime, anywhere. It's kind of like a newer version of the Super Mario Kart, with similar gameplay and graphics using sprites. In fact, all the tracks from the SNES game are in Super Circuit 2. But what makes this game even better is that it has some new tracks, and you can play with up to 4 people instead of just 2 like in the Super Nintendo version. However, this game has started to show its age, and we found the controls to be quite slippery, which isn't really to our liking. But don't just take our word for it. Give it a run now on the Nintendo Switch Online. This game was recently added along with other GBA titles, so you can play it and decide for yourself. Mario Kart Tour is one of the recent entries in the series that's now available on your smartphone. With its fast-paced gameplay, exciting tracks, and endless hours of fun, it's the ultimate way to enjoy Mario Kart on the go. One of the standout features of Mario Kart Tour is its diverse range of tracks, which takes you all over the world. With new tracks added regularly, you'll never run out of places to race. Mario Kart Tour is a fun addition to the series, but since it's only available on smartphones and not on a console, it's pretty limiting. Nothing beats the feeling of playing with a regular controller on a big screen. Plus, the game is filled with in-app purchases, which can feel a bit forced. But hey, at least the game is free to play, so that's the price you gotta pay. This classic, which was first released for the Nintendo 64 in 1996 in Japan and in 1997 elsewhere, has been a fan favorite for decades. With its fast-paced gameplay, impressive track design, and endless hours of fun, it's easy to see why. The most important feature of Mario Kart 64 is the multiplayer mode. You'll have a blast competing against each other and trying to come out on top. Mario Kart 64 is a timeless classic that remains just as fun today as it was when it was first released. With its challenging tracks and the exciting multiplayer mode, it's no wonder why it remains one of the best entries in the Mario Kart series. The only downsides we have with the game is that it uses pre-rendered sprites instead of polygon characters to save memory. And some of the voices are really annoying. Yahoo! We also wished it had a quick run mode like Super Circuit when playing alone. But hey, the game is still a ton of fun. So what do you think of our list so far? Do you agree with our rankings or not? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, every game we've talked about so far, except for Mario Kart 7, is available on the Nintendo Switch. We've included links to the games and Switch Online in the description, so be sure to check it out. Here we go! Mario Kart DS, the classic racing game that came out for the Nintendo DS in 2005. This game is packed with all the Mario Kart madness we all know and love, plus some new features that make it one of the best entries in the series. The most exciting feature of Mario Kart DS was its multiplayer mode. Whether you're playing with friends locally or online for the first time, you'll have a blast competing against each other and trying to come out on top. With the added bonus of the Nintendo DS's dual screens, you can see all the action right in the palm of your hand. It's quite handy. We loved the missions mode. It was a lot of fun, and it was a nice feature in the single-player department. It would be awesome if they brought that back for Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart DS is a game that still holds up today. With its fun and fast-paced gameplay, diverse character roster, and impressive track design, it's no wonder why it remains one of the best entries in the Mario Kart series. Also, it was so cool to design our own emblems on the karts, which really made it more personal. This game is the definitive version of the popular Mario Kart 8 that was released originally on the Wii U, now remastered for the Nintendo Switch. It's fast, it's fun, and it's filled with all the Mario Kart shenanigans we've come to expect. The tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are a feast for the eyes, featuring stunning visuals and a range of different environments. And with a host of power-ups and weapons to collect throughout the race, plus the feature of coins from Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 7, it's easily considered to be the best in the franchise. With the added bonus of the Nintendo Switch's portable capabilities, you can take a mainline console Mario Kart game with you on the go and play with your friends literally anywhere. It's ranked number 3 because it's the most polished game in the franchise, but we're all craving a new Mario Kart game. It's been around for 9 years, so it's starting to feel pretty stale at this point. This game is a total blast because it's so chaotic, hence why we love it. It was the first game where you could have up to 12 people racing at the same time, so there's no way to avoid trouble on the racing course. One of the standout features of Mario Kart Wii is its motion-controlled gameplay. With the Wii Remote, players could now control their karts with a flick of the wrist, adding a new level of immersion and control to the game. This feature also makes it easier for players of all skill levels to pick up and play, making Mario Kart Wii accessible to everyone. Now you could choose from different karts and even bikes. They also tried to make an online mode, but it kinda sucked and kept crashing. However, when it did work, it was totally cool. The reason that it's at number 2 is simply because of nostalgia. Don't come at us, please. Get ready to rev up your engines and experience the ultimate racing adventure in Mario Kart Double Dash. This classic game, which was first released for the Nintendo GameCube in 2003, brings a fresh new twist to the Mario Kart formula that some of us fans loved. One of the standout features of Mario Kart Double Dash is that you can choose to control 2 characters in one kart, each with their own unique set of items and attributes. This allows for a new level of strategy by mixing and selecting characters from the roster, which is simply one of the reasons it is number 1 on our list. With its fast-paced gameplay, exciting tracks, and new co-op gameplay mechanic, it's no wonder why Mario Kart Double Dash remains one of the most beloved entries in the Mario Kart series. Mario Kart Double Dash is a must-play for any fan of the series. With its fun twist of 2 characters in one kart, a variety of tracks, and an exciting multiplayer mode, it's the perfect way to experience Mario Kart like never before. We'd love to see the feature of 2 characters in one kart to return in future entries. And we demand Mario Kart Double Dash and other GameCube titles to be released on the Nintendo Switch Online. We're dying for it, Nintendo!